Hey, what's going on, audience out there? It's the Beyond the Vision podcast. It's your host, Shirkydra Robertson. I got my girls on the squad with me today. My best friend, my circles, my hitters, y'all. Courtney, Tyra, Kanisha. Listen, I just want y'all to know something. This how ride my friends are for me. We recorded this episode a day ago or two, and this is our second go because we got a couple of perfectionists. Kanisha is a perfectionist too. She don't know it, but she is. And Tyra is an extreme perfectionist. So we recorded this episode, y'all, and she like, can we do it again? So I want y'all to know that this is a rerun just because she did not like her intro, but I'm gonna let them introduce themselves in a second. I just wanted to get them on the Beyond the Vision podcast because they are a part of my vision as my friends. I lean on them whether they know it or not. I look to them whether they know it or not. Their mothers, their wives, their go-getters. We got models, entrepreneurs, like that. They do a little bit of everything. So I'm just excited for them, and I probably push them sometimes more than what they want me to. But they have been like intricate to my path. They've been intricate to my business. They don't realize that they're going in my book called Just Unwrap, my third book that's coming out. Just what they've done for me in my life. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. I really want you to take from this episode how important it is for you to have a circle of friendship outside of business, outside of the corporate world. You need people that you can lean on. That's part of the vision. That's part of your purpose. You can't go through life. God didn't even create us to go through life alone. So you got to make sure you check your circle, check in with your circle, and then develop and grow your circle. If people are not in your circle that's pushing you to greatness, pushing you to the next level, you probably want to uncircle them. That's how I'm uncircle them, adjust, and don't. And I guess it's to a point, y'all, like you got to be okay that you're gonna outgrow friends. You're gonna get new friends. You're gonna get some friends that seem like best friends after knowing them for 2 minutes, and they know you more than people who've been around for years. I ran into people like I feel closer to you than my family for real. Sometimes, like. It's just something about divine connection. So we're gonna get into that a little bit and some Q&A. So I'm gonna let y'all hear from them a little bit. Courtney, who? Donna, you.
Hey.
Go ahead, tell them about you, girl.
Hey, everybody. My name is Courtney. I am 30 years old. I'm married with an 8-month-old. So I'm just kind of moving through life, figuring it out right now. I also have a business that I started with my husband. It's fitness accessories. So I'm a mortgage trader and an entrepreneur right now. So
Come through, let them know. Go ahead. And just because it's a shameless plug, right quick, how can they support your business? Is it a website? Do they need to just follow you on social media? Like, how can the audience connect with your business?
It's probably easier just to go on Instagram at Sarabial. So it's SARABIISLE. So at Sarabial on Instagram, and then all the links and stuff are on there.
Okay, easy day. Make sure y'all holler at my girl. Okay, Kanisha, let them know. Track star, this track star model. I just want to put this out. Kanisha is a model for everybody out there. All modeling agencies, book my girl, baby. Because them pictures you posted the other day, I was like, who that is? You go MIA for like 3-4 months, sis, and then you come out with some pictures like Stallion. Where's she at? Where you been? Kanisha, don't let them know, girl.
I gotta take a break. Sometimes you just have to take a break from social media and just like reset, just like your life. Because I feel like if you try to stay on social media, like you just get real depressed trying to keep up with everybody. But no, that's what I pretty much do sometimes from time to time. But anyways, everybody, I'm Kanisha, aka Killer. Like Kiki said, I do a little bit of modeling. I'm a loan officer for the government. Also working on an interior design business, so more about that coming soon. And yeah, I'm a mom of a 2-year-old, and I'm single, and I'm just living and loving life. Right.
I want y'all to know, Kanisha, also, she don't know yet, she's going to have a journal line. She has a vision to do inspirational for artists for journals. I'm keeping that in the forefront of my mind. So I want y'all to know, she may not know it, but it's going to come, y'all. It's going to happen in this lifetime. Her and Tyra also will have their own podcast. And it's just going to be a great thing. So I just want y'all to know I'm always taking notes and keeping up with y'all vision and y'all goals, and it's going to happen. Hey, Tyra, let them know. Go on. This is y'all the one that y'all hearing now. For those that are not watching on YouTube, this is the perfectionist that got us rerunning the episode because she just didn't like it, y'all. She wasn't feeling it. I got a text late that night like, sis, can we just redo it? Well, everybody busy, so let me know what's the new time because we got to make it do what it do. So Tyra, go ahead, tell them who you are, girl.
Let me start off by saying, yes, I'm Tyra, but I am a Virgo. Virgo equals perfectionist. Okay. So when it ain't right for me, I cannot sleep. I cannot eat. I can't function. But I'm Tyra. I am the oldest out the group. Actually, I'm 31. So I am a MDM operations. You can just say basically layman's terms. I work with a lot of data, so I'm operations senior data expert. Uh, let's see. I mean, I don't have any kids right now. I'm still.
We're gonna start popping them out, girl.
I don't know about all that. We're gonna see. We're gonna pray about that because I don't know if my mind right, and I don't know. I know.
Yeah, this is Tyra. Even though she's a perfectionist, before we got onto this episode, she was talking about how when she bought her house, her wedding gonna be in her backyard, y'all. We're going to the backyard. I was like, Tyra, no, we're not. We're gonna do it big for the one time. I just let you know.
I'm cheap and I like nice things, but I just I can't. I just can't see myself spending a lot of money on things that I'm gonna forget probably tomorrow. So I feel it. Yeah, that's my story, guys.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, y'all, we're gonna hop right in this thing. Y'all, like I said, we've been friends. This is my group since what, middle school? I came to Red Oak in middle school. What are some things? What do y'all feel like kept us together? Like, how are we so close? We all in our 30s. So that's 10 plus years with like our class reunion, all that stuff done came and gone. Like, what is so significant? Because to be honest, let's be real. We talk maybe once or twice a year at first, and now it's more often because we randomly video each other. So that can be a little weird, but it works for us. So what has kept us like, everybody think that you have to talk to your friends every day, but we wasn't like that. Everybody went their own routes. We all had different journeys. Y'all went to college, and I shifted off to the military. Like, we all had our different journeys, but we've maintained this close knit. Like, what do y'all think? Like, how is that? What is it about our group?
I think it's just the personality, honestly. We have fun together. We don't take everything just so serious. We can cut up. We can be serious. We can cry. We can do all of that with this group. So I think that's what's really kept us together. Like we don't. It's no judgment in this group. We like I said, we are just a fun group that can maneuver, I think, through anything.
Yeah.
Tyra, did you steal my answer from last show?
No, I think you did, Kanisha, because you said that. I think she probably watched it. It was
yeah. That came straight from the heart. I love y'all.
Because it came from your head from hearing it last
time. Y'all need help. Cal, you don't have anything else to add since Tyra took everything that you.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say all of that, but she put it so well.
But you know what? Great minds think alike.
Move on and let you answer that, Courtney. Let me think about it.
For me, like the thing about like each of you specifically is like I already know what I'm gonna get. Like I know Tyra is not gonna like. I mean, we have changed over the years, true, but like Tyra is gonna be Tyra. Yeah. And one thing that I've noticed of people that I maybe knew back then that I don't talk to now is oftentimes people grow up, and it's fine to outgrow people, but the core of who they were changes.
Yeah.
So, but with y'all, like this is still Cal, that's still Tyra / Tommy, and then Kiki, Shirkydra. Like, and like I guess like we just meshed together, like our souls just meshed together. And although we're growing, we're doing other things, we don't always talk, like you still, like I said last time, that feel good feeling, that feeling. And it's like we're family. When we get together, we get together.
Yeah. How do y'all feel like, do you feel like faith plays a role in friendships, or do you think it has anything to do with us having like that spiritual, like, no, we're not always talking about faith and spirituality, but you think that connects us in any shape or form with how we think, things we've been through? Do you think that plays a part when it comes to building relationships with people?
I guess I'll start that off. I do. I feel like it's easier. I guess maybe you can easier, I guess, get on a level with certain people if you know where they are spiritually. Yeah. And like, I don't always go to church. I don't always, but at the same time, I feel like we all are kind of on that same frequency. Yeah. So I feel like it definitely does play a role. Not saying that I don't have friends that, their faith may be other, but for us, for sure, I do feel like it does play a role.
Yeah, I do too. Because I mean, like you said, I don't always go to church. I cuss. I do. I
That cussing preacher, baby.
We all have a mutual respect for each other, and I think we all have like the same. I don't know if it's more so the mindset, but we all kind of have that together, like the spirituality kind of. So yeah, I think it plays a role, but I think, like I said, individually, everybody's different. We all just get along, honestly.
I think we all had like the same. I think what you were looking for, I'm assuming, was like we all have the same morals and values. Like,
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Together, like no matter what we've decided to do in life, the core of us is still that we all want the same, and we all are trying to grow and be better. And we're not the type that we don't really get jealous about what anybody's doing as far as in our group.
There you go.
Is uplifting each other and applauding each other for every lives.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's important for the audience. If you're friends, if you got friends that are like those one-uppers, because I've been around people like that, where like everything you do, somebody wants to one-up, or me too, or when you need that moment when it needs to be about you and they make it about them. Like I do not believe in it's always about somebody else. Sometimes it is about you. Sometimes it's about me. It's about my success, my achievements, my pain, my hurt, my healing process. And if you don't have those group of friends that allow you to make it about you for the moment, you have to reassess your circle, because that jealousy and strife is real. You got some people that's close to you just to make sure that you don't do better than them. You got some people that's close enough to you just so they can tarnish what it is that you're trying to do. You got some people that's close enough to you just so they can repeat and mock what it is that you're doing. Like that's just the nature of the beast. There's a Judas in every circle. I'm gonna be honest. And you may not always know who your Judas is. You just got to be aware of it, because a lot of people be like, positive vibes only. You know what I'm saying? Positive vibes only, this only. You got a lot of pretenders in your circle. You don't know who is what. You have to try the spirit by the spirit, and you got to know where that person, literally their soul lies, because anybody can put on makeup. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can play dress up. Anybody can, that book cover can look good on anybody. And I think with our group, what I look at is I know you guys' background and that authenticity and how you helped me, back in the day from childhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know everybody's journey to say, like, where you were in middle school versus who you are now. We are the same, like what Courtney said, our personality wise, but everybody matured to a different level, whether it's motherhood, wifehood, entrepreneurship, goals, whatever it is, we've matured, but we didn't change who we were authentically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What would y'all say when it comes to friendship? Some characteristics. I know I asked this last time. I want to ask it again. Like, what are some characteristics that you look for when it comes to solidarity in a friendship? Like, and I'm gonna make it hard for you a little bit. You can't use trust and you can't use honesty.
Okay. Not trust, not honesty, but that, I mean, Kiki, those
that's what everybody.
You
like it.
You can say the same thing. I'll go first. So, no trust, no honesty out the way. Obviously, those are important. Mm-hmm. But what is a good word for this? I'm gonna tell y'all what I mean, but I'm trying to think of a good word for it. Somebody that's not kind of piggybacking off what you said about somebody that's not just trying to repeat what you said. That's not like a gossiper. Because I've had to check myself about this, because I didn't heard somebody called and said some stupid stuff, and I have repeated it. So I guess someone, I don't really know the word. I don't know what the, like, one word, but just someone that cares for you. And if you tell them something, because it's hard to, come about things that's embarrassing or that you may seem foolish about. So you come to them, and I guess not judgmental, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I've had to pray so bad. Like, I've had to pray so bad about certain situations. Somebody will tell me something, and I'm like, I may come at them extreme, and I'm like, why would you, and I guess so. Yeah, not judgmental, and then just empathetic.
There you go. That's the word I think you're looking for.
On some levels, you don't understand why people go through stuff or they do certain things. So I would say I need to work on that, and that's something that I would want from someone is empathy, and like, just don't be as judgmental. And another thing that I think is very important is motivational, which everybody in this circle is. Like, you better push me.
Yeah.
You come back and let me know. Like, push me. I feel like that's super important because it shows that you're not like, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna get my stuff done. I don't care. Like, you want to bring the whole team with you or push them towards what they're trying to get to. So
when one win, that one win, all win. And I tell you all the time, like, no matter where I go, y'all in the room with me, y'all going wherever I go. I'm always looking for how can I put my friends on. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's selfless. I think everything you were saying, I think it's somebody that's really selfless and truly there to ride for you. And it's hard to come out. Oh, sorry, Tyra. Go ahead. Yo, Tyra going second today. She ain't going last. Kanisha, you going? Okay, Kanisha going down. Kelly, go on, Kelly. Go on.
Nothing out either.
She's going to try to steal it, and I feel it. So I'm going to go ahead. So wait, give her time to think about it. No, but so I know I said this last time, but I feel like this I want to repeat just authenticity, because I feel like that's very important in a friendship, to be able to be yourself, for you to be able to accept me for who I am and for me to accept you for who you are, where you are. But in order for all of that to happen, you have to be authentic. And then also I want to say dependability. I think a good thing like about
that word.
All like, I know I can call any one of y'all whenever I need, and y'all gonna be there. Like even Kiki, even in a different state, even when you've been away, like very dependable. I can lean on any one of y'all whenever I need, and I know vice versa. So that's a big thing, a big key to friendship for me.
Okay. All right, Tyra, because you can't steal what nobody else said. So.
Y'all done said all the good ones and everything. I mean, because I definitely agree with each and every one answer. But I mean, honestly, I think too, with the friendship, you have to show some type of appreciation. I mean, you know, being a friend, like somebody that you don't have to, say for instance, I call one of you guys and I'm having a bad day, I'm having a day. You have to appreciate them giving you that time, and hearing you out. You know, somebody that's actually sitting there, not judging you, and you being able to explain what you're going through, and them taking that time. You have to be able to appreciate that, because a lot of times people take it for granted. I would say loyalty, because I mean, I know if I say anything within this group, you know, it's gonna stay in this group. If you know, I'm not gonna go with this person there, and I'm not saying, oh, but you can't have this other friend or whatever like that, but a sense of loyalty to me, because I mean, you tell me something, you don't say that, we ain't saying nothing, you know what I'm saying?
But I think before you finish that, I want to key on that point is you got to recognize that I'm gonna be honest, every best friend got a best friend outside of you. Right. And sometimes we do get upset because I don't know your best friend like that, but your best friend know me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that line, like you say, like, yeah, you got a best friend, but I need to know that what happens between our friendship is ours. Even though you go, like, some things are not meant for you to repeat and vent. And that's why I think that loyalty, you know, when people say I'm loyal to a fault, or is it a fault in your loyalty? Which way is it? Because you come to a place where every best friend has a best friend. Tyra, I know you got best friends outside of this group. Kanisha, I know you got best friends. Courtney, I know you got best friends. You got a whole spouse. So it's certain things where it's somebody, and sometimes it's people that you tell everything to, and sometimes there's that filter, because it's like, well, I know who your best friend is. I know who your other circle is, and I may not want my business in that circle.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. And like I said, just again, piggyback off what y'all said, motivation. Somebody that can motivate you. Listen, even though I feel like, you know, I am a Virgo, and I have a lot of stuff that's, you know, mustering up in my head and brain that I want to do, but just, you know, that motivation telling you, oh, you can do it. You can, you know, believe in it, do this, do that. And then the people that actually do got business, like, all you got to do is promote it. You can help. It don't take you nothing to share, or, you know, say that, you know, so you got to show that motivation and keep that going, because I mean, that can pour into what you got going. So that's how I feel.
And I think everything y'all saying goes back to what we originally talked about, where you have to be selfless to have all of these attributes. Like you have to literally be in a place where you have that moment of being selfless and make it about your friendship. Because that's like, everybody has their own love language. And I think where people go wrong in this area is you want to love people based on how you want to be loved versus based on their love language. You have to learn somebody's love language in order for them to feel love. So that appreciation comes from, I need to know how you feel appreciated before I can say that I appreciate you. You see what I'm saying? Because if I'm giving you acts of service, but you really want quality time, I'm gonna be doing all this and I'm gonna be like, you ungrateful, and you're gonna be like, well, you didn't even take the time to get to know what I need from you. And I think our circle is that understanding of what is everybody's different love language. Was it quality times, acts of service, words of affirmation? And I think a lot of it is that showing up. I say that quality time is most of ours that we have in common, where it's like, show up for me.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I agree, because it's like as we get older and whatever it is, like I'm reasonable, but like when I got married or when I had a child, like, you may not hear from certain people, or you may not, for whatever reason. I mean, some are understandable, but you definitely just like, well, where were you at? Or you didn't call, like, not a congratulations. Like I had that really bad when I got married. Not so much after I had a child, because at that point I had grown up a little bit more, but I don't know if anybody else has felt like that. Like you had a big day, somebody didn't show up that you thought you were close with, or just whatever it is. But I did notice that when I got married. When I had my child, like we're obviously on lockdown, like not the same thing. And then I was more kind of on that tip of, now I know who my close people are. So but yeah, like that bothered me. Like they were friends I thought I was super close with, and I was like, hey, what's up?
But I think that's that moment everybody have where you be like, it makes you, and I was just on the phone with a client earlier today when I was like, don't let what other people do or don't do kill you when they're not the ones that's giving you life.
Yeah.
We let some things kill us and bother us when it don't give us life in the first place. Like, I'm worried about how you feel about me when you're not even worried about me. You're not even showing up for me. You're not even riding out. Like, you don't even share a like or nothing. And I think that comes with the insecurities. I had a place in my life where I was very insecure. It was about feeling like I had to prove myself so that people can love me instead of it being authentic and transparent.
Yep.
Feeling like, okay, this person wants me to be this. And I had built so many walls. And that's what Just Unwrap It is about every piece of the puzzle of my life that built a mask. And to take that mask off, I had to really undo every brick, every piece of that mask, from that 5-year-old girl all the way up till that I'll say 28, 29 years old. I'm going to is building that mask and that makeup, because we spend so much time trying to get people to love us, or thinking that we're trying to get people to love us and accept us and trying to show up for us. But when you hit that part, Courtney, where it's like, I had this big moment and you couldn't even like text. And of course, when you bring it up, sometimes where it's like they want to flip it. They want to make it about them. They always got a rebuttal. Like,
I'm reasonable though, because I understand people have life. And like you said, like I was like more upset with myself that it was bothering me. And I'm just like, because like I still to this day like feel bad. Like when Kenesha graduated, her and Taylor graduated on the same day. Tyra was like, I'm gonna go to Cal's, and I went to Taylor's. And then Tyra's graduation, she's like, don't come to the graduation, just go to the party. I was at my other friend's mom's birthday, didn't even make it to Tyra's party. I was sad. Like I still remember things. Like that bothers me that I wasn't able like be there for them for those things. But like for like when I got married, girl, I was mad. I got there like, oh, where y'all at? now I wouldn't be like that, because Will is just like, he does not care, or he says he does. Like he doesn't care. He's a lot different than I am. Like I'm a Cancer. She says she's a Virgo. I'm a Cancer. I have small circles to begin with. So if you in there, I need you to be in there. But now, like I've gotten a lot better. I'm still working on it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still working on it, but I'm a lot better now.
And I would say this, like really for Kenesha, when you had your son, did you feel alone? Did you feel by yourself? Because I know you was kind of isolated for a long period of time. And I know, and I'm coming from Courtney's perspective. Did you feel like people showed up for you? Did you have that tight knit? Did it, when you had your kid, did it open your eyes to some people that you thought was close to you? Like, how was that journey for you? Did you feel like you had that by yourself?
Oh, definitely. I feel like it definitely opened up my eyes to, who my friends are and who I can really count on. But I also felt like it's weird, because I was going through a whole lot when I had Titan, and I was going through a lot of straight up psychological abuse, not only physical abuse, but also psychological. Well, so, but I will say that I felt like the people that I did have around me and my friends, y'all being there, even in your own way, really did help. And Tyra knows like all the details of all of that. But anytime I needed to call her, anytime I needed to cry or whatever, like I could. I know I could, and I did. And I ain't do.
This is what it's about. This is what it's about, man.
I'll log off this.
Hey, this is what it's about.
Yeah.
But all I will say is that it is very helpful to have friends that you can call on in those type of times. To have somebody that know, like, no matter what you're going through, you can call on them and know that they will either be there for you or uplift you, come and see you or whatever. Like, she was there when things were like hard. Like, hard.
Yeah, we cry, Lord.
Wow.
So, but it made me appreciate her more. It really made me appreciate her as like a friend, because it's like, I'm gonna stop.
Down. I push this laptop down.
And I think this is so dope because this shows how vulnerable you're able to be. And that's how loyal we've been. Like, we've all have our own story. We all been through some pain, y'all. Like, I know all of us have a story through the smiles and the laugh. I know my man, Courtney, I used to run to come over your house because I felt like this was the only time like I could really have fun. I could get away from my pain. I could get away from my trauma. Staying with Tyra for the little time I did, like it was like I look at some of my getaways, and it was moments that we still have like this. It's like no matter what pain we was going in, we found time to laugh. We found ways to suppress. It wasn't always healthy, but we had fun. And even though we're getting older, Kanisha, even though we get older, we still gonna go through things where we still need that laugh. We need somebody to be vulnerable with us. And I think it's been a challenge for me. Courtney asked me this earlier. She was like, how has it been for you being up in Washington State? It's not a lot of culture up here, letting you know that. And it's we move in every 3 years. And I was like, it's been so challenging spending 13 years where Thanksgiving has been alone. And you have people that invite you over like, hey, come on, but it's different. It's different when it's not your friends, it's your close knit. And I had some dope people really invite me over, but it's like, I miss my friends. I miss my family. Christmas has been away. I don't remember the last time I was home for Christmas besides, Thanksgiving and Christmas when I came home, when y'all know my father passed away and y'all showed up for me. But it was like, you spend so much time away from people that you actually love that you learn to make it a norm to be around people that you just work with. And that's been hard in this isolation. And I hit a place last year where it's like, I really devoted. I said, 2021, I'm going to be intentional about my friendships and flying people all over. I don't care if I got to pay. Like, it was just that place of being around people where you can be like, y'all, let's go somewhere and not have to worry about who won't have it. Nah, I got you. Like, just having that circle where you can be like, who need it so we can all get there. And it's building those circles, because I have had my moments. I don't care. I just turned 31 last week, and I still have these stages that I'm healing from, and these moments where you're like, man, I just need a shoulder, because I'm the motivator. I'm the inspire. Like, I'm the person doing the video. So it's like, you want those people that's going to be like, nah, but how you doing? And be authentic with it. Not like how you doing because I'm really finna ask you something, or be genuine just because they leading up with something, but literally like call and check on you and see how you doing, because it's that constant. I got a client every day of the week. I'm doing a live every day of the week. It's always in that motivational mode sometimes, but I've been blessed with the energy. But it's important, because if I didn't have this circle, I don't know how I would even where I would have started this year, because to be honest, I had to learn how to be a friend again. Like, literally, when you're and I'm gonna tell you from a military standpoint, moving so much and being around so many people that you don't know, you have to learn like what it's like to talk to people every week, talk to friends. Like, how do you have a normal conversation? I have to relearn those things, even in relationships. Like, how do you be a friend without constantly being on the go? Constantly when I'm talking to y'all, not just being motivational, not just talking about business, but how is your life going? Like, how are you doing? Where are you at mentally? And a lot of people don't do them temperature checks. I'll tell you one thing that really annoys me is somebody call you and they just start venting. Then ask how you was doing. if you got something going on, are you free? But they just call you and they just automatically assume, and then you like, you don't even know. I just was crying before you got on the phone with me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, have y'all experienced that? Like people who really, I think, take your peace for granted.
Yep.
Yes. I've definitely, had friends or family members that, you're the go-to person. You know what I'm saying? You're everything. Like, okay, to them, you're their peace. So it's just like, they're telling you all this different stuff, but you just be like, man, you just don't understand. Like, I was just out of work for 8 months. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I definitely looked at things a little bit different after that whole experience, the whole COVID pandemic situation and not having a job for 8 months. You kind of see, I've been that back, that person for you this whole time, even within the pandemic. I've still been able to help or maneuver or do this and do that. But when it's my time, when I need that, where to be found, and it's just like you constantly, oh well, can I borrow this? Can you do this? Can you do that? But you ain't did nothing. Like, I'm looking at, I know it might be selfish that you're looking at it like, well, dang, I did this because you did that kindness of your heart. But it's just like, step back and like, hold up now.
Yep.
I was going through what I was going through. Where was you at? You know? So I've definitely, and I kind of maneuvered, and now I move a certain way now, because you need those eye-opening moments sometimes, and you're like, okay, well, like, what's really up,
But I think what you're saying, Ty, is really you want people that can reciprocate and really like reciprocate your love, reciprocate your care. And I ain't gonna lie, like now I build my relationships and friendships. Like, is this person in a place to reciprocate? You know what I'm saying? In a state to reciprocate, because you get tired of just being drained. I tell people, like, I look at 3 circles I have: those that I pour into, those that are running with me, and those that pour into me. I think it is really, it's beneficial to understand which circle people are in your life, because you think somebody should be running with you or pouring into you when really they on the draining squad. Yeah, for real. And I'm just gonna be honest.
That's true.
I'm just gonna be honest. And this is kind of for Courtney and Kanisha, because y'all have children, y'all have families. How have y'all, and I guess COVID, I know we talked about this a little bit last time, affecting that, but how do y'all balance y'all friend time, like y'all time, versus mommy duties, mommy time, people not understanding and being considerate that I have a child now, I can't just answer the phone all the time? Do you feel like people still hold the expectations of you as a friend from before having a child to now, that like people not being considerate or aware of like schedule changes, time, like all these things that now we have to take into consideration?
Okay. For me, I feel like the people that I'm close with, they know, because normally if the world were normal and I didn't have a child, like if you got something, you want me to be somewhere, I was going to be there. So I feel like I have enough rapport with like the people that I'm close with that they know better. Like, don't ask me to come out to eat for your birthday because I'm not going. Like, I have a child, and just trying to keep him protected, myself protected. But I do have a few people, but I wouldn't consider them to be close with me. They're like, oh, I'm having this. And it's just like, okay, well, I'll send a gift, but I can't come. Like, I mean, that's just, I'm saying, but I don't feel like I'm that close with them. Like, maybe just like associates or like distant relatives. But people I'm close with, I feel like they understand. I hope they understand.
Right.
And don't take it away, because they know me. They know I would if I could.
What about you, Killer?
I think it's been a little adjustment. So I say that all of my friends that I have now with kids or whatever, we were all friends prior to having kids. So it was good because we all kind of grew and adjusted, together. So once you have a child, then you kind of understand. So I don't feel like there was anybody that doesn't really understand. I just think me as a person, I've adjusted more, because when I initially had Titan, being that I was doing it all on my own, I literally wouldn't do anything. Like, I'm in mommy mode all the time. Work, mom, that's it. Like, I wasn't going out. I wasn't. But I also feel like I kind of lost a lot of me in doing that and becoming a mom, which is fine, because you make sacrifices and all of that. So I feel like as of now, I'm adjusting more to like actually having fun and having more free time and allowing myself to, even, you know, with COVID still staying safe, but allowing myself to just enjoy some me time and in people in a safe way that I really wasn't doing before.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't have any balance. I forgot to answer that. I'm at the house with this child all day. Like I see my husband, I see my child. I mean, I'll keep up like with group chats and stuff, but yeah, my balance, I'm out of whack right now. I'm not gonna lie. Just trying to keep him alive and myself.
That's it.
I'm learning though. Yeah, no balance. I gotta get it together. It's pretty much I'm imbalanced right now.
Yeah.
It takes a while though. It, like I said, tightness too, and I'm just now figuring it out.
I got a long road. I mean, it'll get there. That's part of the journey. It'll get there.
Yeah. And I think balance is important because just because you become a mother or you become a wife, doesn't take away your need from yourself, your time for yourself, you loving yourself, you pouring into yourself, you spa daying yourself. And I think some people, you know, I've seen it myself. Like my friends have kids and I'll be like, you know, on Christmas now it's about the kids. Valentine's Day now it's about the kid. Like everybody makes it about the kid. And it's like, but you know, I'm still here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't forget about your girl.
Yeah, we don't need to forget about ourselves because I still have this bad, like I said, I'm pretty imbalanced right now. But if it's just something small, like, Will, just don't bother me for an hour. Keep this child on this side of the house. Just give me an hour. And I hope he don't, we might have to cut this out, but I'll tell him I'm about to go upstairs to go work out in the gym. I'll be sitting on my phone, like, but I need that time. Y'all shut up, okay? It's not a lie because I do go upstairs or to the garage with the intent to work out, and he'll sometimes come and y'all know I sweat bad. He'll come up there and just be like, he's trying to, you know, like, and yeah. I mean, I'm sure if I just said I just need an hour just to chill, he'd be fine. But I feel like if he doesn't think that I'm doing anything, he'll just be like, oh, okay, just grab him real quick while I do this, and it's like, no, I don't exist for an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, you do need that because you'll be like me saying you working out and upstairs sleep.
Oh my God.
I can definitely attest to is that once you have a kid, they do not care about your time. They don't care about what's going on with you. They don't care about if you're sick or if you're sleepy or anything. It is all about them. Like
your food, your candy.
And I understand.
And now Ty said, it's mine. And I'm like, no, it's not yours. He's like, it's a mine. I'm like, no, it's a mine. For the 2-year-old.
I'm about to say, Tyra and her triplets.
Because I mean, I just had a experience, you know, me and my boyfriend, we live together, and he had his daughter come stay for a while. And you know, it was definitely a change. I don't have any kids. So I was like, Lord, like, you know.
Hey, we gonna make sure he don't hear this episode, Tyra. It's okay, baby.
Women only. I just want to be a fly on the wall at Tyra's house.
Because, you know, I mean, sometimes, because, you know, like I said, I don't have children or whatever. So, you know, when that situation came, it's just like sometimes you just need that time away. So where you in a pandemic, you can't go nowhere. So you like, where you going? I'm just driving down the street. I don't know. I'm just driving. So you be like, I just need that time. You just be sitting there like, where you at? It's a lot of people in the store. I don't know what's going on. I'm just sitting in the car, just like, I need that time, you know, just away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, we're gonna keep being great aunties and godparents because we can give them back. Hey, baby, I'm gonna fill them up with sugar, baby, and give them right back to you. Bring them back on time. I'm gonna fill them up with sugar and let them sleep.
Not that y'all want to be the rich aunties that just pop in, throw gifts, and pop.
That's it. Here go $100.
We a little Tyra. We got the legs.
Some stuff in Amazon Prime right now. Just
right now.
Just like, hey, all I know, I'm gonna buy this, and then y'all, it's gonna get shipped to y'all, and y'all gonna be like, well, what is it?
And we done did our job. Kids is happy. We the greatest aunties on the block. And before we close, I want to ask everybody. I want them to answer this question before we wrap this thing up. What do you feel is probably the top failures? I'll say number 1 and number 2 failures of friendships. Why do friendships fail? What do you think?
Well, we starting. Who want to start this one?
I'll say expectations.
Okay.
I'll say
Oh no, Kanisha, you can't say it because you had a chance to go first. No,
I'll say, I'll say.
That's real. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Kanisha, you up?
I knew I should just said it. Dang it, Tyra. Get out of my head. Well, if I can't say expectations, I guess I'll say that just what is the word I'm looking for? Yeah, sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now.
I'll roll. I'll go if you want to think on it.
Blab too much, I guess talk too much. Like,
okay. Telling your business, gossiping.
Thank gossip. I couldn't get it. Thank you. Hold on.
I think that's a good one too.
Yeah.
What you got, Courtney?
The biggest, I guess in my experience, the biggest like breakdown or whatever for like friendships specifically is the like understanding of change. Like for me specifically, because like I said, I'm still Courtney, but it's just different things that I'll tolerate now that, you know, back in the day, it's like, oh, okay, because I was naive or stupid or just too nice. So just that, you know, you can change at any moment, and it's either you're gonna come with me or you're not. Like, don't look at me like, oh, no, I'm still Courtney.
Yeah,
still Courtney.
Yeah.
It's just I know better now. So for me, it's been that, and that's why I've had to like get out of certain, or just maybe just don't talk as much. So, yeah, it's
and
true. Some people
I would say lack of growth, lack of like reinventing the vision and the will. Like, yeah, when we first met, and I used to come home, I was like, hey, where we going to club at? Where we going to turn up at? What we going to go do? Now I come home and I'm like, let's go eat and let's talk about what y'all got going on with y'all life. And how we gonna go invest in this real estate right quick. Like it's growth and maturity, or the lack thereof, that I think really breaks friendships. And I think too, healing, because somebody's going to heal to where they need more than just you filling that hole that you once filled. And they're like, you know what? The physical abuse, the jealousy, the strife, I don't want that in my life no more. I don't want the hatred. Like, it's certain things you be like, I just don't want this in my life no more. I really want people that's going to show up for me. And that's what, you know, I've really tried to intentionally make sure that I show up for you guys in what ways I can, because I just left. You know, at 18, I was gone. I was gone to Japan for 6 years, and it was hard leaving, but I was running away from my pain for real. It was just a place of, how do I show up for my friends? How do I make sure that the ones I truly love, I make sure they feel that, not just hear it, but feel that. You know what I mean? Like, show up for your friends, man. I think that's truly important.
Yeah, I want to just touch on, use a perfect word, tolerate. I think that's the main thing that you learn as you get older, is just what you will tolerate from people and what you won't. And I think the more like life experiences that we have that really just change us, then you start to kind of tolerate less and less. I feel like that's why your circles start getting smaller, because you'd be like, well, I'm not dealing with this no more.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah. That's super dope, man. Tyra, I mean, how was this? You know, are you pleased, or did this episode meet your expectations?
It did, because I'm telling you, I was panicking. I'm not gonna wake up tonight. I know I'm not.
Tyra said she had a dream. She hit me up and said, I had a dream.
Listen, and my dreams are very vivid, and they come to light. Majority of my dreams come to light. So when I have a dream, I'm like, it ain't right. It ain't right. I can't do it. I'm like, When I was asleep, let me tell you, I'm telling y'all, my dreams mean stuff. Okay.
We always tell you, Tyra, let us know if you see us in your dream. Seriously.
Well, I'm thankful for y'all. I'm happy for all of you. I love y'all transition, the motherhood, wifehood, just growing, stepmamahood, everything that y'all doing, man. I really appreciate y'all. And I wouldn't be who I am and where I am if I didn't have y'all in my circle. Like, I love y'all. I ride for y'all. And I don't care if y'all was in a box. I'm coming to be in that box right with you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna write and produce in that box, baby. So we're gonna stay in that box. Best believe it. And you know, we've talked about investments, we've talked about real estate, we've cried, we've just done so much. And I just look forward to that journey. And I want y'all to know, I want to tell the world like who y'all are to me, and let y'all know that I really confide in you guys. And I know I probably haven't been the easiest friend to get along with or interact with because I've been on the go, but I always have y'all at the forefront of my mind because y'all are the true definition of a circle of friendship to me. You know what I mean? I ride for y'all. I'm gonna motivate y'all. I'm gonna keep y'all dreams that y'all dropped in my spirit. I'm gonna keep it in there. I'm gonna keep reminding you of your word. Best believe it.
She gonna hold it down. She gonna hold you to it. Okay.
Best believe it. Hey, on the last episode, man, we talked about this because I laughed after I got off of Tyra and Kanisha when they owed me some homework, man. And they went out and recorded this episode for their podcast just so they didn't let me down. And I'm watching this video. I'm like, this video timestamp. This was right before our session. Right?
Oh my God.
Because they didn't want to let me down. I'm like, this is cute, but I'm going to let them know that I see what they did here. I get what they did here.
They did it though. Last time they did it.
All day working on
we were stressed, we were sweating in that park. Okay.
Sweating
from homeless people and I, all this, different stuff to try to get that video.
Y'all are wild. Okay.
Kiki first into the Navy. Well, when you first enrolled to go into the Navy, he gave them all of our numbers and had people calling us like, now, Shirkydra said that you wanted to enlist in the Navy. I'm like, no, I didn't. Why we
Had us scared.
Y'all wait too much.
Come on, we all can go. I have to give them something because I sure could. Yeah, you call my grandmama house, she gonna pray for you and cuss you out. She's not playing with y'all. She's not playing. She's not playing. So thank y'all so much for spending this time with me, y'all. Y'all know this is another episode of the Beyond the Vision podcast. You can get it on all platforms: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and any other platforms out there that I probably don't even know about. I press the button, it uploads it to all these different places, SoundCloud, and I think it's super dope. So until next time, y'all, make sure y'all continue going beyond your vision. Know that your vision matters, but you got to make it matter. And until you make it matter, won't nothing happen. But until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Say peace to my friends, my girls, because I'm sure they got things to do. I love y'all and hold it